This is Mr. Long. I'm going to try to redo this. It didn't post for me last week. The video didn't show up very clearly. For the tip of the week last week, which I wanted to do, how to stay warm in the winter when there's a power outage, especially if it's a long period of time. So number one, if you're inside, you can dress warm. Put hats, gloves, extra layers on, sweaters, hoodies, whatever. So dress warm. When the power's out and you don't have another way to heat your home, it starts dropping in temperatures inside. Another one, stay in a southern facing room. So we get a lot more sunlight from the south side, especially in the winter when the sun is even lower in the sky. So find a southern facing room if possible. Keep the windows open. That wouldn't help, but keep the blinds open so that the sunlight can come in and natural sunlight can heat up that room a little bit during daylight. And then you want to close them off. Close off the blinds completely once it's dark. Find a small room with a low ceiling. That's going to help. A smaller area to heat up. Find one that's well insulated. So if you don't have a southern facing room, it might be best to find the most interior room, one that doesn't have a lot of exterior walls, because those are going to cool down quicker than the other rooms in the house. You can also seal windows and doors, keep those from leaking. You can put towels underneath your door, close off rooms that aren't being used in the house. So again, put a blanket or a towel or even clothing at the bottom of the door so you don't get that cold air coming in from that room that's not heated if you don't need it to be heated. Another one is to use a tent. So you can actually put up a tent inside the house, living room, big area, wherever you can fit a tent, and then sleeping inside that tent inside will help to manage the temperature, keep it a little bit warmer. You can also heat the inside of that tent with a couple other things I'm going to go over here on ways to produce heat. One is if you have a generator, obviously you can run that and run space heaters off that generator. The generator has to run outside. It shouldn't be running inside, especially if it's a gas-powered generator. So space heaters can be used for that. If you have a wood-burning fireplace, that'll still work to create heat when the power's out. Another way is to heat things up that are outside and bring them in. So make a fire outside. You never want to build a fire inside the home, even in an emergency situation. So you can build a fire outside and then heat things up. Pots of water, clay pots, certain rocks. You got to be careful with rocks because they can actually explode if you heat them up too fast, if they have moisture inside them. So probably avoid heating up rocks. But bricks and blocks too can be heated up. I don't think they explode as much, but possibly. So just be careful. Heat them up just slightly, and then bringing those inside, they'll retain heat for a while and put off heat. So as I said, water, another one. So a pot of water heated up over a fire, and then brought inside. Candles burning inside work too. So, and a candle doesn't put off a whole lot of heat, but if you cover it with a clay pot, the clay pot will actually absorb a lot of heat instead of all that heat just going straight up to the ceiling. Also, why you want a smaller room or inside a tent even. Just be careful, especially if you have a candle, open flame. Just be careful you don't knock it over. Another thing is to drink warm fluids, tea, coffee, that kind of stuff. Hot water even would work to help warm you up, and soups, things like that, warm food. So again, if you don't have any way to heat it up, microwave doesn't work. If you have an electric oven, can't heat it up, go outside, make a fire, heat it up over the fire in a pot, come inside, stay warm, and drink it, eat it that way. All right, hope these tips help, and put in the comments if you have any other suggestions for ways to stay warm during a power outage. There was a big power outage in Texas, I think 2 years ago or last year, and it was in the middle of winter, and it was for several days. I think it was pretty bad. So these were actually some tips I saw from another video that I thought I'd share with you. From that, weather is changing. Next week's, well, actually this week's tip of the week, because I'm a week behind, will be about avoiding deer. All right, so take care, subscribe, and like the video and subscribe to my channel. Take care.